Tesla says, yup. Hello, Tesla. Hello, Rational, Darren. Beardy's here. Crypto Esquire, Frosty, Nate Bender. I like that. I like that image. It's nice. It's very nice, actually. Okay. Matthias says, Rob, have you told us about the launch of Flappy Bird here on the channel? I can't believe I missed the first 5 weeks. So if you don't know, first of all, I'm super biased. And you have to know why I'm biased, because I'm one of the original team members to bring Flappy Bird to Telegram on Ton. Actually, it's right on It's on Telegram. There's no really crypto going on right now. Remember the game Flappy Bird? Well, you can play it again. And it's on Telegram. And it's this thing we've been talking about for the last 4 or 5 months about these mini apps. And this is why I invested a ton. So we brought Flappy Bird back. There's 2 modes. There's OG and some other ones. If you can beat my score of 15, good luck. But go check it out. But again, I'm biased. I want this to do well. I want the game to do well. When the token eventually drops, I want the token to do well. I'm one of those people. So, but right now it's free to play. It's 100% free. It'll always be free. But later on, if you want to get some kind of crypto degeneracy into it, there'll be that option. Just not right now. So go play the game. Links in the description. You can go check it out. And let's see what else. Oleg says, Trump is better than Kamala. Even Democrats know this. Some people say Kamala is better than Trump. Although I was quite entertained when I saw Trump at McDonald's passing out fries. That's pretty good. Rob is my dad. Don't forget it. That is totally incorrect. Ed says, Rob, have you picked the theme music picked out for the 100K plunge? So if you're looking behind this, like, I'm going to share a secret with you, to everybody. This is actually not a green screen. So let me see here. Yeah. Right. Now I have to go pick that thing out of the frickin' pool. So when 100,000 comes in, I have to dive in that pool. So I sure hope that happens when I'm here in El Paso and not where my home is, which is Puerto Rico. But don't worry, I got it all covered. But theme music, I'm going to let some graphic people figure that out for me. Crypto Jat says, Rob, some more push-ups. Love them live. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, like I always say, health is wealth, right? And if you're a healthy person has 1,000 wishes, a sick person only has 1. And we do this thing called Monday Max Outs, where we just do push-ups. And I have a Telegram group and also on Twitter. And if you search through my news asset on X, you'll see what it is. It's just you max out push-ups. That's it. It's very simple. And doesn't matter how good or bad you do, it's you versus you. Yeah. Tom said, Rob's here. It must not be a bull market. And as a reminder, yeah, I will be stepping down from this channel when the bull market comes. I think you all know that. And I'm going to tell you everything I sell and how much I sell. I won't give you the exact amounts because I don't want to get, wrench attack somewhere. But I step down in the bull market and I come back in the bear. The exact opposite of what normal people do. Danny, always got good points. I think we should stop saying BlackRock has X. True. Bitcoin has offered X amount of Bitcoin ETF that holds Coinbase. Other people believe it's BlackRock. It's a good point. BlackRock is just the vehicle to get you to where you want to go. So it's actually people, institutions, or other family office, whoever, who are buying this ETF. I always thought it was a big group of retail, like just a mass group of retail that was buying ETF. Like the people that had bought it through Coinbase or Kraken or Binance or whatever. And they were like, you know what, I want to do this. I want to actually just buy the ETF through BlackRock or through Fidelity or through Grayscale, whatever. But data shows it doesn't look like it's a whole ton of retail. It's something else. So this was, I think this was on Pompliano's podcast. I think I saw it. So I was like, I don't know who the hell's buying all this stuff up, but maybe it's just the smart people like us. I don't know. But Danny's got a good point. It's not BlackRock buying. They're just there to collect some fees and do some, make some money. And Larry Fink is the ultimate, like I thought I was not bad at promoting things, but Larry Fink is crushing it with the promotion of Bitcoin. God bless him, because that helps my bag and helps you too. Wick says, does it really matter how much Ripple donates to Harris? 10 million is nothing, truly, well, in the big scheme of things. Yeah, this is from Chris Larson, I guess, donating a substantial amount to the Kamala campaign. It's America. You can do whoever you want to. You can say, hey, I like that candidate, or whatnot. My personal favorite was RFK Jr. I just liked him. I thought he was going to be great, but that's it. Purity says, Rob, one push-up competition. There is no competition. It's always you versus you. If we make it a competition, then people feel like, I can't be a part of this. Doesn't matter how you do it. You can do wall push-ups, knee push-ups, traditional, doesn't matter. You know what? That's not a bad idea. We should do a price prediction video, but make it like so outlandish, ridiculous that it's just comical. Like I could, you know what I'll do? How about this? You guys tell me if this is a bad idea. I'll do one of those stupid O-face thumbnails and I'll say Bitcoin price predictions. And then I'll do the video, but it'll be like the same stuff everybody knows, which is like Bitcoin will be between $5,000 and $500,000. Ethereum will be between 2 cents and 10 million or something like that. Bad idea or good idea? Would you even watch that? That's the question. Roy says, what are the trust fees in a Roth account? When I opened up my Roth IRA with iTRUST, it was, you had to pay $29 per month plus a 1% transaction fee, which I was like, well, that sucks, but I mean, what am I going to do? But I've been with them for 3 years, and they dropped the $29 monthly fee. Now it's just a 1% transaction fee. Not too bad. So I was like, well, I'll just do that. So that's the fees essentially. And right now, like they've got a ton of, let's take a look, shall we? Let me get all my secret passwords out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same combination on my luggage. And this is, so it's asking me to verify my identity. This is why I use 2FA. Damn it. It's a pain in the A, but you know what's an even bigger pain in the A? Is getting hacked. $722. Hey-oh. Oh. I guess he's looking good. Let's see anyhow. Where did I go? Hold on real quick. Axie Infinity. Buy. Okay, this was finally. So here's Roth. Here's my Roth IRA. You can't see how much I have, but it's fine. So just so you know, they have gold and silver. And my gold and silver is actually doing quite good. They have Aave, Cardano, Algorand, Arbitrum. And it's all alpha. Well, I guess it's not alphatized. Cosmos, Avalanche, Axie, Basic Attention Token, Bitcoin Cash, Bonk, Bitcoin, Chiliz, Compound Curve, Doge, Polkadot, Engine, EOS, Ethereum, Flow, blah, blah, blah. Pepe, Near Protocol, Polygon, Render, Solana, and they just added SWI, and I have to swap things out for that. Uniswap, Dogwood, Stellar, XRP, watch out, Tezos, and Yearn Finance. So, yeah, that's the Roth IRA right there. Bad Ripple. Bad Ripple. CryptoJot, where are you right now? I'm in Texas. And but next week I will be in Puerto Rico. It's a good one. Da-da-da. William says, I'm looking forward to seeing your sale video this time next year. I also appreciate some of the metrics you provided, as some beyond MDRV's score and a few others. Yeah, you know, like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm a great trader and I'm gonna nail it, because I'm not. I'm gonna screw it up and I'm not gonna hit the top. like I said, if I get within 60% of the top, I'll be really happy. And I'm good with that. Jason says, still buying AMP. I haven't bought AMP for a while. I hold some AMP, but that's about it. Holik says, Dan, when's alt season? Starting to lose my patience. I don't know. Some people think that we're going to have another big drawdown. And then, that's the last drawdown. And then you get into alts. I personally have no idea. So I just dollar cost average into a bunch of different alts, and I have a boatload of them. We'll see what happens. I think most of them will do. And we've taken a look at this before. We've taken a look at 2017 all-time highs to 2021. What was the percentage? It was roughly 20% from 2017 to 2021 hit their all-time highs. Maybe it was 23%, forgot. But it didn't matter because I showed you, even if they didn't hit the all-time highs, if you still would have dollar cost average and lowered your cost basis, you'd still be in the green. Now, is that the ideal? No, you want to pick the fastest horse and, invest as smartly as you possibly can. But I mean, who knew that if you just would have put in, $10,000 in a Dogecoin, you would have been a multimillionaire? I don't know. William says, I'll be selling with you or soon after. Yeah. Remember though, because usually it'll be Bitcoin will top out and then altcoins will top out. Doesn't happen just exactly. Just like we dollar cost average in, we'll dollar cost average out. So I think the videos are going to be, over a spectrum of like maybe 1 to 3 weeks. I sold this, I sold this, sold this. That's the last one. Go on vacation. Have fun, everybody. Larry says, Rob, are you making videos after you sell? No. That's it. So that's it for the channel. Not forever. Like I said before, I don't think anybody needs me in the bull run. All the shenanigans happen in the bull run. All of them. Remember FTX and Voyager and Celsius and BlockFi and all the hacks and everything? It all happens because there's a massive amount of hubris, pride, and people think this will never go down. It'll only go up. And people make dumb decisions, even me. So I'm just going to step away, and then once everything collapses, which it'll collapse, I'll come back because nobody needs me to tell them, hey, you should buy right now because we're at all-time highs. I think what people need is like people in the bear market to go, hey, I know this sucks right now, and think it's going to last forever, but it won't. This will be my third one, and just keep buying. You'll be fine. Let's see. I can't do that push up, but I can be able to throw up. That sounds awful, Wick. JQ says, Robbie, you voted for Trump yet? Good, funny story. I can't vote for any president of the United States. Felonies. No, I'm just kidding. It's because I live in Puerto Rico. And we cannot vote for the president. That's just how it is. Yeah, it's good. Crypto supporters and promoters in both camps. Look, I know people will think that like the world will end if this person gets elected. I just don't think that's going to happen. It's not like we're going to be in a dystopian future where it's like, the world melted down. It'll just suck for a while. Let's see. EOS Maxi. Beardy. Yeah, JH says, what's going on with those donations and Elon's donations? Does this not concern people? They can buy a president unbelievable? Yeah. He's a private citizen, but I know what people are saying because he's giving out $1 million every day for people to spread the word. And people are saying, you're buying votes. Probably so. And I know some people say, well, who cares? I'm like, well, let's take the opposite. Let's say it was George Soros up there and he's up there, throwing away $1 million. Would you be okay with that? The question has to be asked. Let's see. Oh, our wicked sick P. This is where people go to waste their time. No real money-making info here. Dang with everyone in this guy's corner. Never uses info for making money. Learn how to use fibs. Yeah, you know what? If you want to be a trader, go right ahead. I was listening to Mr. M podcast. and it was Mr. M, and he was talking to Gabby, who is the trader for Lady of Crypto. And she said, she goes, they just asked her, like, how have you done this, move forward? She's like, oh, yeah, I lost everything as I was trading. And it's just, you're going to lose everything. And she goes, 98% of traders are losers. And then she said, you will make it if you keep going at it, maybe, but it's very difficult. So I know Wicked Sick will, maybe this isn't your channel. I hope to never, ever see you again on my channel. But if you do, I'll welcome you. But yeah, go out there and find some Fibonacci retracements and trade away. Rob, you staying up here to sell your 8% during the bull, or are you leaving before you sell? No. The day that I sell is the day that I leave. There is no like 2 weeks later, hey, everybody, I sold. No. Because it always pissed me off when I would watch YouTubers as well, and they would come on and they would say, yeah, I sold everything 2 weeks ago, or I sold this 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, what happened there? And of course, they're like, that was the top. I don't know. It is what it is. It doesn't really matter. Bill says, I'd watch your price prediction video. Uzi says, your choice of crypto for X payments? Right now, I mean, PayPal did a solid thing. They picked two rails. They picked Ethereum and Solana. Solana is very cheap. I know people will say, well, that's because there's massive inflation and they're able to pay their node operators, and it's just bots. I don't know what to tell you, man, but it's super cheap to do that. So I would say that, I don't know how they're using Ethereum, but even layer 2s can work. I like Solana. I like Ton. Sui looks to be an option. I know people would like me to say XRP, but is anybody using XRP for payments? I don't know. I mean, then of course people are going to say this bank and that bank, and I'm like, are they really? I don't know. Danny says if they're only funny answers, yes. Oh, and also one more thing. I believe Tron just crossed their highest amount of revenue. And I know people will make fun of Tron, but everybody in the Asian countries, Southeast Asia included, they use Tron rails for moving all types of stable coins. I know it shocked me too, but I'm like, that's just how it is. I don't know why, because it's kind of expensive. I mean, it's not like super expensive, but I'm like, I've used it. I'm like, really? 35 cents? I know people would say, well, it's not bad. Better than a bank. I get you. William says, I open up a TriTrust now that it's just 1%. Yeah, 1%. There's always good humor and sarcasm, that's for sure. That is for true. Bill says, what cold wallet to use? I think people can answer this. But for here, I use two, and they're multiple. A couple different ledgers and a couple of different TANGEM cold storage wallet devices. I don't have any videos or anything on Ledger, but I have plentiful videos on TANGEM wallet, and you can find that as linked in the description with a discount. Yeah, Jerry, I know where you're going from. Spaceballs. One of the greatest movies of all time. Big Hubs meme. We'll try to jump back in as soon as I can. Meme's always busy. Would you consider Meld to be dead? No. I talked to the group. I talked to Ken Oling. He's one of the founders, or he's the founder. And we had a discussion, and they partnered up with 168 different countries across Europe. I want to say Latin America as well. 168 countries. So they're going to do just fine. It's just going to take them time. And what I should do is I should have Ken back on. We should talk about that because that was a pretty big announcement that I kind of missed. So no, I still believe in Meld. Algorand, another great project. I own some myself. Hopefully it works out. Daniel says, I love the title. What else is there in the fiat monetary system? I mean, fiat's not going to go away. We're still going to use it. It's just that there's better options. And here's something to blow your mind. If you're outside the United States and you don't know this, I didn't know this, but apparently outside the US, UK, EU, Saudi Arabia too, apparently, Latin America. If you do a bank transfer, it's almost instantaneous. So sound off in the comment section if you're from, especially from Europe. Because did you know that here in the States, like if I want to transfer something, like I have two banks, I have USAA and another bank in Puerto Rico. If I want to transfer something, it takes 24 to 72 hours to transfer funds. And the wire transfer costs between $20 and $30. If it's a holiday, it could take even longer. So I don't know if you guys know that about America, but we have the worst banking system of all time. Crazy, right? Back in the office. How far does that go back? Hi from Palmas del Mar. That sounds nice. We need a square pool for 100K plunge day and last trade day. You know what I should do is I should just stream from the hot tub. That would be even better for everybody. Uzi says, do you think Tangem may add the sell button? It's actually on their roadmap. Integrations with debit cards and banks. So yeah, I do see it. Destructive says, is it a good idea to sell your sell targets now, to set your sell target now, or wait until the coins really start moving in a site? I think you have to, for me, I have to wait because I've done the last cycle in 2021. I just assumed, and you can find my exit strategy in 2021 at the very bottom. It's just exit strategy 2021. And what I did was I used fractals and overlaid them from how well the price did from the lowest point to the top of 2017. I just took that over. And it didn't work too great except for Theta. I crushed on that one. And Cardano. I thought it would go to $3 and it did. On Ethereum, I failed. I thought it was going to go to 150. Then I revised it to 100K and didn't even make that. Ethereum, I thought 10K. And I revised it down to 7K and then got 5K. But what I did was when it hit certain levels, I would take 20% out, then 20 and 20, 20, 20. So with Cardano, I did okay. I didn't sell the last one, even though I knew I was supposed to. And everything else, I probably sold about 40 to 60% of what I should have. So not bad, but I could have done way better. So you can do it now. Well, that's what I did. It worked out okay. Or you can just kind of wait for some indicators. And again, there's a link in the description. Watch that video. It's a whole host of different indicators where once those start to check those marks, check, then I sell. And 80% or so. Oh, very nice. Darren says, we're meeting one of my attorneys tomorrow, setting up a trust. Thanks, Robert, for bringing this topic up from time to time. Yeah, it's very important. If you are living it up to a will, I will tell you that is not the ideal strategy. We'll just say that. Because people can go into court, contest your will, but on trust, it is a little bit different. So definitely take a look at a trust. And especially if you want to set things up like the trifecta, like Mark Kohler talks about. If you don't follow Mark Kohler, great guy, a lot of information. He's an attorney and a CPA. And he talks about setting up your LLC, your S Corp, C Corp, and then also your trust. And to kind of move things between there and for tax incentives, and also if you want to leave things to your heirs. And it makes total sense. You don't hear about that too much, but yeah, watch Mark Kohler, I think it's Kohler, just like the faucets. Yeah, Larry's are drunk. Maybe not. Yeah, Ed says, put limit cells in now so you don't have to think about it. The only problem with the limit cells is that you have to have and correct me if I'm wrong here, but you have to have your crypto on the exchanges for those to trigger. Now, what you could do is you could put a little bit on the exchanges. Let's say you have $1 million in Bitcoin. Let's say you have 10,000 in Ethereum. And what you do is you put like $100 onto the centralized exchange, and you set your sell orders. You set your limits. And once it fires, and it will always notify you via email, hey, this one ticked off. Maybe you could shoot over the rest of your crypto and sell that. The problem is, though, is that with the volatility, it kind of doesn't make it all the way. You know, sometimes it'll hit that and then poof. So it just depends on risk versus reward. Do you want to leave on a centralized exchange? Do you want to do those things? You can, but remember, there's those reason why I have those rules there. The one rule is number 3, I think. Don't leave anything on exchanges. The guys from Mt. Gox told me, and I said, whatever, boomer. I know what I'm doing. And then I got my A handed to me by Voyager and Celsius. That's right. Pool party at Rob's during the dump. You can rent this place when I'm not here, yeah. Olex is one for Trump in Florida, all right. Just come across legally, they'll let you vote. Yeah, okay. So Mani's said this like, he's put this out like 100 times. Delia and Steve's 5.33. I know what that is. So I can't give you I can't give an answer. Yeah, that was weird. That was crazy, Cass. You're right. Yes. Sorry, come to waste time. Yeah. And Serge says, never get why people come to the channel against their style and complain on it. Some have too much time. I'll just leave it like this. If we treat everybody in the assumption that they're either being sarcastic or they're having a really crappy day, then it actually is okay. Like, who knows? Maybe that guy just lost his mom to cancer. Or maybe he just got some really horrible news about health-wise, or maybe something happened to his job. We never know. Everybody's fighting their own battles. So I think kindness goes a long way. It's kind of rare in crypto space, but I think it's just better to do it that way. Anyhow, that's it for today, guys. So thanks so much for stopping by and wasting time with me. I appreciate it. Like today's video, thumbs up, subscribe, all that great stuff. See you back tomorrow. And that is it. Thanks so much, everybody. Adios.